remember you said one night you would never leave this town on your own, but now you're gone.
Hi everyone, this is your girl Mystic Mama. I am doing horoscopes for the month of December. I hope you enjoy. I hope everybody is healthy and safe. And I look forward to what this new year has to come and give us. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please feel free to like, share, comment, all those things that are associated with YouTube. But I'm gonna go ahead and go right into it. So my first one is Aries. So Aries, it's time for you to tap into your inner strength. Things have been rocky and you've been internalizing a lot. You have been the backbone for a lot of people. And it's time for you to take a step back and deal with yourself. Stop looking back for answers towards what has been happening around you currently in your life. The answers that you seek are and always have been right in front of you. Try to maintain a healthy balance for yourself and be patient with yourself, Aries. Give yourself the space you need to deal with the feelings you've been suppressing. So you've been suppressing a lot of feelings lately, and it's time to allow yourself to heal. It's time to let the healing happen. It's time for you to let it do its will with you. It's time for you to let go. It's time for you to be within yourself and release all these emotions that you've been just harboring inside of you, Aries. My next one is... Where did it go? Oh. My next one is Taurus. So Taurus, you've been feeling restricted and there's been a sense of fear from moving forward with something. It's been having you feel like your confidence may have taken a bit of a hit. So you're trying to remain strong, you're trying to remain calm, and the answer that you've been looking for is definitely available to you. But what it's saying, Taurus, is that maybe it's time for you to start looking at things differently. Maybe it's time to look at things through a different set of eyes, a different light. It's your time to be happy. Your health is improved, and despite of the things, and despite of how you may be feeling towards certain situations, life is moving in a positive direction for you. Embrace the new beginnings that life is offering you, Taurus. Embrace the new beginnings that December is offering you. It's time for you. It's time for you to make your mark and be happy. Be happy with yourself. Be happy with your circumstances. Be happy with the things around you, Taurus. Good luck to you, Taurus. Next in the list is Gemini. Gemini, there's been a sense of finally you feel like you've reached a point of stability from all the hard work you've been putting out there. With that being said, you are way overdue for some well-needed rest and relaxation, Gemini. Take the time to reconnect with family and those you love. On the flip side, proceed with caution because there's someone coming around with a hidden agenda. They're trying to gain information about you, see how you work. Handle it with grace. Show them the side of you they won't expect. Remember, not all your secrets are meant to be shared with everyone. So choose wisely and listen to your gut, Gemini. That's really important. Make sure to listen to your intuition when it comes to certain individuals that are coming around you, trying to pose as if they're trying to, what's the word I'm looking for, trying to just, quote unquote, try to befriend you, but in reality, they're just trying to gain information from you, try to gain your secrets, try to gain the things that you've been, the way you practice and the way you move. But accumulatively, Gemini, it's important to take this time this month to appreciate family, be around family, get the rest that your body is calling for and is needed, Gemini. My next one would be Cancer. It's time to tap into your patience, Cancer. There's a situation that's been brewing in the background and that you're not aware of it, but there has been a situation brewing around. Hold on, guys. I'm drinking my coffee. All right, I'm back. In the background, so you're not like, so you haven't been fully aware of it, but it's going to be coming to light sooner than later, Cancer. The advice that I'm going to give you, Cancer, is to keep your emotions at bay. Granted, that's easier said than done. Hard truths are what you're going to have to expect and deal with. You have to remain honest with yourself and open to communication, Cancer. You may realize that you may have to make changes that can seem uncomfortable. Cancer, just be on the lookout because there is some secrets going on in private that are going to be coming to light, coming to your attention. You may already been having some type of intuition that there's something going on, but you can't quite put your finger on it, Cancer. Be aware that this month something doesn't take you off guard, kind of take you by surprise, but in all honesty, it is, because it's going to be something that you weren't expecting, Cancer. So be cautious this month, Cancer, because something's going to come up. That's the best I can say for you, Cancer. My next card is Leo. Okay, Leo, you've been working hard to achieve your goals, Leo, and that soon is going to start to pay off. Keep working steadily, Leo. Remember that success, it doesn't happen overnight. So try having some patience. You know, and also on that note, Leo, try and stay away from unnecessary drama, petty arguments, or any type of difference of opinion. Don't get involved. Stay out of it. You know, those that are involved with the drama, they're draining your energy, and it's time for you to cut the damn cord. Stand your ground and be firm, Leo. Not everyone's going to be receptive of the sudden change in your attitude, and that's their problem, not yours. It's time to free yourself from the energy vampires, and it's time for you to live calmer and a more drama-free life, Leo. So, Leo, just be sure to just keep your head out of the bullshit. Keep your head out of any drama, any unnecessary drama that doesn't pertain to you. Be careful of energy vampires, people trying to suck you dry of your energy, trying to feed off of your energy. It's time for you to start cutting the cord. It may be uncomfortable, but it's something necessary for you this month, Leo, so that you can continue growing in the way you've been trying to grow. You've been working hard and continue to work hard, Leo. But keep in mind that you need to keep these energy draining ass, sucking dry people all the way the fuck away from you, Leo. With that being said, I'm going to move into my next one, which is Virgo. My Virgos. You've been feeling the need to disconnect, Virgo, to unplug from everything. Lately, things have been feeling a bit stormy, but things are starting to settle. You've been contemplating some type of trip. You feel like this need to just kind of get away and clear your head. And in honesty, this may serve you as some really good, Virgo. So I would definitely say go for it. It's definitely needed. Don't be surprised that there's a shift in your mood that goes more towards in a positive direction. And more especially because when you get the time to re-energize, you get that time to kind of just be within yourself. Things are going to be constantly shifting for you, Virgo. And this emotional and mental shift, it needs to happen. Own it and let go of the things, let go of the feelings, let go of all the negative that you've just been kind of letting fester inside of you. It's time to let it go. And it's definitely encouraged for you to get away, even if it's locally and you can't travel. But you need that time, you need that space. You need to disconnect from everything and just kind of embrace everything else around you, Virgo. So my next one is Libra. Libra. Let's see what Libra is for you. So Libra, you've been feeling a sense of balance. You know, you've been able to make some good judgment calls, and you've been feeling really positive, really good about things. Things have kind of been flowing, but you've been really inconsistent with when it comes to just trying to stick to one thing. You've been fluctuating as far as what you're choosing, what you want to do, what you don't want to do. So you've been constantly shifting and changing your opinions, which is making people perceive you as you're a little bit unreliable, Libra. We need to pay attention to that. You need to stick to firm decisions, and you need to stop being so indecisive. Pay attention to being more focused on making clear, sound decisions. Libra, you've been kind of walking around with your head in the clouds. It's time to come back to earth. It's time to see things for what there are. There's been things going on around you, Libra, where, you know, you're kind of turning a blind eye to it. So you need to start paying attention to the truths that are in front of you that you're in denial to accept, Libra. This month is going to be big for you because things are going to start to reveal themselves to you, and you may not be as prepared as you think you may be. So it's time for you to kind of get everything together. It's time to get your mind all the way together and start planning accordingly, because this could be something that can change your lifestyle dramatically, Libra. So again, Libra, just try to stay focused. You are super balanced, but you have to be more oriented when it comes to your decision making, and pay attention to the hard truths that are in front of you that you're in denial about. It's time for you to take the blindfold off and see it for what it really is, Libra. And Scorpio. Let's see, Scorpios. So Scorpio, you've been feeling like you've been losing control. You feel like all that you know is kind of abruptly shifting, like everything is just changing for you. You feel like you haven't really been able to grasp things and get things back to how they were or how you want them to be. It's almost like you feel like you just want to roll over and, you know, play dead per se. And I'm not saying that like literally, I'm just saying it metaphorically. You know, it's kind of like you're ready to hold up the flag and say, you know what, I'm over it, I'm done. But what you have to realize, Scorpio, is that there are things that are beyond our control. There are things that we can't control. And even though as much as we want to control those things, we can't. We have to sit back and allow life, the universe, spirit, all that to just take its course, Scorpio. You know, you feel like you're being tested. You've been going through some tests. You've been going through some hurdles. And, you know, you feel the sense of you want to isolate. You want to withdraw. You want to be within your own bubble, Scorpio. This is not the time to do that. Even though, granted, we like to just kind of be in ourselves, be in our shell, be in our little cave, this isn't the time. It's time for you to come out of that and face the things that are making you uncomfortable, Scorpio. Deal with the things that are making you feel like you want to give up. You're so much stronger than what you give yourself credit for, Scorpio. And you need to tap into your inner strength, tap into that attitude that's within you, and face these things with your head held up high. You've been feeling a sense of defeat when it comes to your relationship. You don't have to throw in the towel right away, but it doesn't mean you have to be walked all over either, Scorpio. So these are things to keep in mind for this month, Scorpio. You know, if you're in a relationship and you feel like it's worth fighting for, then fight for it. If you fought with everything you had, and no matter how hard you fought, it just still can't come together, maybe it's time to walk away and try something new, Scorpio. Okay, my next one is Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, you feel like you finally hit your mark. You finally got to the point where you've wanted to be. All these months have basically accumulated to this point. You're finally seeing all your efforts pay off. You're finally seeing a lot of the work that you've been putting into your things finally pay off. And you've made some sacrifices, Sagittarius. You've made some hard decisions, Sagittarius. But you know deep in your heart that it's going to be compensated for. It's going to be well worth it. What I will advise you, Sagittarius, is that with all these beautiful things that you've accomplished and the sacrifices that you made, you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? Was it worth it? There's been some disconnects in your family. There's been some disconnects with friendships because you've been so consumed on the goals that you've been trying to achieve. There's nothing wrong with that, Sagittarius, but sometimes you have to take a step back and remember those that have been there for you during this time and during this process that you've been dealing with. You know, be appreciative of those that are around you, that are rooting you on with your successes. You know, you're on a high mark, you're on a high pedestal, Sagittarius. Don't let yourself get too caught up in that moment and you tend to forget those that were there with you, that basically held your hand and told you, you got this, you can do this every day. Show appreciation to those people, Sagittarius. Show them that you care and that they mean something to you and that you acknowledge that they also made sacrifices for you to get to where you needed to be, Sagittarius. It's all about appreciation. It's all about showing gratitude to others, Sagittarius, this month. So try to make it a point to try to show that to those people that you may have not shown that to. Aside from that, things are moving in a really good direction. Things are going to be good. But, you know, keep it all the way humble, Sag. You know what I'm saying? I get it. We get excited. We want to glow. We want to be like all these things. But this isn't a time for that. It's time for you to just keep it humble and recognize those that have sacrificed along with you, Sagittarius. Next is Capricorn. So Capricorn, you've been focusing on a lot of different things. You've been dibbling and dabbling in a lot of different things. Hold on, I need to take a coffee second. You know, you've been trying to learn different things, master different things. This is not the time for you to give up. Even though you feel like you've been kind of pushing, you've been really trying. You feel like, damn, I'm not really getting anywhere right now, or damn, this is really hard for me right now, or, you know, I just can't get it. I'm just going to throw in the towel. Don't do it, Capricorn. Believe it or not, there are people around you that admire you for your tenacity, for your moving forward and not giving up so quickly. There are people that admire you, Capricorn, for the fact that you are willing to learn. You're willing to take on new traits, new crafts, new anything, and you're admired for that because the people around you tend to be afraid of that, and you have no fear. You just go right into it and you say, fuck it, I'm going to try this, I'm going to do this. So this isn't your time to just let go and say, I'm done. It's time for you to brush yourself off, wash yourself off, cleanse yourself off, do what you need to do to kind of deter this energy that's got you feeling like I'm ready to throw in the towel. Put on your brave suit and keep it freaking pushing, Capricorn. I know that you've been struggling, Capricorn, with matters of your health. You've been feeling like that's also been a part of the reason why you feel the sense of defeat. Things will start to improve in due time. I recommend to try to maintain going to the doctors, making sure you're on top of your game when it comes to any type of ailment that you may be experiencing. You may feel like you just got rid of one thing and now all of a sudden something else just came along. Do what you need to do as far as cleansing purposes and seeing an actual doctor to take care and balance yourself out. There is a little bit of sense of imbalance, maybe pertaining to some chakras that you may need to realign as well, so that everything kind of flows and everything goes in and everything comes out, Capricorn. My next one is Aquarius. So Aquarius, sorry, that was the side. I don't know what that was. That was a little thing on the side. So Aquarius, you see your future in your grasp. You see the things you want to accomplish. You see the things you're trying to do. And you feel like every time you take 3 steps forward, you fall 3 steps back. Aquarius, you have to understand that a lot of the things that have been going on have happened because of your own doing. You have visions of things. You've been dreaming a lot, Aquarius. You feel like, you're seeing these things in your mind. You're seeing these things in your sleep. You're trying to manifest these things in the physical, but you feel like there's constantly a hurdle. There's an obstacle of some sort that's kind of blocking you to get to where you want to be. Aquarius, this is the time for you to take a step back, reanalyze the way you've been doing things, reanalyze the way of, and I don't even want to say reanalyze, I want to say take a look at the people that you've been surrounding yourself with. It's time to pluck out those people that are not positive and not on the same wavelength as you are. Aquarius, I would say that, follow your visions, follow your heart. Keep in mind that everybody's not going to think like you or see the same visions like you do, Aquarius, and that's totally fine. You just don't change and continue being who you are. Strive for the goals that you're trying to accomplish, and everything is going to fall into place, Aquarius. This isn't a time to just shake it off and say, fuck it, I'm not doing this anymore. This is a time to keep pushing. Make the effort. Do what you need to do, Aquarius, so that everything goes smoothly and the way you want things to go moving forward, Aquarius. Lastly, I will say is Pisces. Pisces. I apologize for the screaming in the background. That is my daughter. I guess she realized I'm in here recording, so she said I'm going to act up just a little bit. So, Pisces, you've been feeling like there's been a sense of your beliefs are being questioned, Pisces. Your ideas, your religious practices are being put into question. You feel like lately you've been having to defend yourself, justify your actions, trying to basically explain why you do the things you do, why you believe in the things you believe in. You shouldn't have to constantly feel like you have to be justifying yourself, Pisces. The path that you chose, whatever that may be, whatever walk that you chose, whatever you choose to believe in is your prerogative, and it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It's time for you to stop worrying about others. It's time for you to stop worrying about being judged by others. It's time for you to start living for yourself and stop living for other people and what they have to say or what they think, Pisces. December's a month for you to come to this realization and say to yourself, you know what, fuck it. This is me and this is who I am, and I'm embracing that. I'm owning that because I'm tired. I'm tired of justifying. I'm tired of defending myself. I'm tired of always having to explain myself to people. I'm tired of people not seeing eye to eye with me. Understand, Pisces, that not everybody is going to agree with you, and that is totally fine. Make sure you put your boundaries, Pisces, and let them know this is how far I'm going to let you go, and this is how far I'm willing to allow you to go. And this is what I'm not going to accept. You have the right to say no. You have the right to tell people, you know what? I'm all set. I do apologize for the screaming and crying in the background. Like I said, that is my baby. She having a whole fit. But I conclude my readings for the month of December. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time and watching me. Again, make sure to like, subscribe, share, do all those beautiful things. Totally. And if you feel like any of this resonated with you and you feel like, you know what, I want to leave a little tip or something, my Cash App is Gypsy8236. And that's only if you want a tip. If you don't, that's cool too. I respect it. Everybody's trying to accomplish goals, and I hope everybody's able to accomplish that. Love, light, and peace. This is your girl, Mystic Mama, signing out. Take care, my loves.